Good afternoon. Let's see who's hanging out in Facebook land today, or if everybody is still shopping. Well, hi, Carrie. How are ya? How you feeling today, hon? I spent the majority of yesterday not shopping or even online shopping, but reorganizing my craft room. So the only thing that I have left to do is my closet. And that is super scary. So I haven't done it yet. But everything else is amazing. So I like my new desk setup. I like my new camera setup. Hopefully it works out good for you guys. I mean, just all the things, you know. Sorry, I got a message from Sandy, and so I was reading it. Oh, you're making tea? How proper of you. I don't happen to have my chamois handy, because Lord knows where I put, oh, there it is, right there. So this, my friends, is I Am the Walrus, and he is part of the sale that we have going on right now. And I figured I would color him up because he's just one of my favorite stamps. I've always loved him, and so I thought that it would be great to color him up and maybe give you guys a little bit of inspiration. And maybe that would inspire you to want to purchase the little walrus set. So here I am. All right. I have this little dude. Hey, bestie. I found my stickers. This is what I was missing. And that's why I was stressing out, because I had this many stickers missing. So, back on your iPad now. He is a great deal right now. He's a wicked good deal right now. Not even gonna lie. Wicked good deal. All right. So, do you guys want a gray walrus, a brown walrus, what kind of walrus you want? I'm here. And then we're also going to put together the jolly, because these are in the shop too, and they are super duper cool. So I'm going to put together the jolly and make an entire card out of the deal. So I'm going to show you how easy it can be. Gray speckled. You are always throwing me for a loop. So we're doing it. Gray speckled it is. I'm on it, bestie. All right. I've done him rainbow before, Carrie, and I want to make him a Christmas card. So rainbow's not really in my wheelhouse for Christmas card. I mean, it could be, but. So I'm going to start with my W's. And yeah, we're going to add some brown speckles and some other color gray speckles. He's going to have all kinds of stuff going on. So, yeah. All right. I've done him in no lines so that we can be all artsy-fartsy about it. This is a Christie stamp, just so you all know. The artist on this one was Christy Dahlman. So you may or may not see some of her stamps next year. We haven't really heard how well she's healing right now. She had surgery on her wrist. So as an artist, I'm sure you can understand that wrist surgery is something that is pretty brutal. So we are wishing her the absolute best and hoping she recovers quickly. But until then, that means we have way more Sandy stamps. Oh yeah. Oh, I say polychromo today. It's a polychromo kind of day. I found a puzzle app, so I'm doing 400-piece puzzles on the drive. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine you could draw on the drive. That would get really frustrating really fast. Y'all, I just got done packaging stencils for the new release for December. Yes, we are having a December release. And let me tell you, the stencil, oh man, chef's kiss. It is gorgeous. Not even going to tell you what it is because I'm totally mean like that. Carrie, I don't even think you've seen it yet, huh? You're 100% going to want it. I can tell you that right now. Like, there is no question. You're going to be like, that's stunning. I need it. Yeah, Sandy's doing great on the stamps. I'm super stoked. She is rocking the stamp images for sure. And I love it because it makes Sweet Sentiment, you know, even more than it was before. So can you see me all concentrating? I know that my hand is kind of in the way when I'm doing that, but I have to have like the most control over my marker. And his big old tusk is going to leave a shadow. This dude's been growing these for a while. This is an old seal. Or walrus, I mean. I don't know why I said seal. They're so cute. I mean, they're like one of those things that's like, it's so ugly, it's cute kind of thing. I'm really happy to get this opportunity to color with you guys. I feel like life's been a little bit crazy lately. So this little bit of normalcy really helps me to center. Okay, so that's all the shadow I'm gonna do right now. And go to my second marker, which is my W6. And we're just gonna start working on pulling these shadows into the highlight. I'm coloring on Purple Label Sweet Sentiment coloring paper right now because I had a half a piece sitting here, and so I figured why not use it? So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I know a lot of you have like gamer kids, gamer husbands, people who play games in your life, whatever. And I know a lot of your spouses and stuff play different games, but does any of your spouses and stuff still play Fortnite, or have they gone back to Fortnite? Because I really got to tell y'all a Fortnite story. Hey, Tiffany. You could get away. Hi, Cheryl. Yes, I do love the Walrus. He is very adorable once he's colored. So anyways, has anybody gone back to Fortnite, or has their spouse or children gone back to Fortnite? I have noticed, and I want to know if this is something you guys have noticed too, but more than any other game, Fortnite has made my child talk to himself. Yeah. He plays all kinds of games that are much, much more difficult than Fortnite. But for some reason, that specific game gets him so wound up, he's like banging on the desk, and if you guys knew my kid, you'd be like, whoa, right, Sandy? Because he's showing like all kinds of emotion. And my kid is not an emotional being. And so when he's like this, it's like, whoa, what's going on? And it's just super weird. And I've only noticed it since he's gone back to playing Fortnite. I remember those days with Kyle. Well, see, like, even Kyle, like, even when we were at his house and he was playing and he was, like, talking to his friends and stuff, they were, like, you know, making operations and stuff. They were, like, planning stuff out. It wasn't just, like, pure emotion. When Evan plays Fortnite, it is, like, a crazy emotional burst. It is insane. And it makes me laugh. And I wonder if it's just like that with my kid, like if he's just, you know, that much into it, or if it's like a Fortnite thing. Because I'm pretty sure that's why he took a break from it, was because he was like, oh my God, I can't even handle this. Oh, yeah, I remember the Roblox phase. Yeah. You have fun with that. Oh my goodness gracious. So did y'all have a great Thanksgiving? I did. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving until I came home and had an anxiety attack, but that's besides the point. It's kind of to be expected when you're me. So, no biggie. We played a game, which is crazy because it's very rare that I play games. And it was this game called Incoherent. Has anybody played it? Basically, one person reads the cards, or how we played it anyways. One person reads the cards, and what's on the cards is like complete gibberish. It is 100% just words, like funky words that don't even make sense. Linda's here. Hi, Linda's watching. And absolute gibberish on the cards. And you have to guess what like popular saying that they're saying. Yeah. So what else? And it's things, you know, like Instagram stories, but it's, you know, incoherently spoken. Apparently I kick butt at that game. You don't want to play that game against me. I had 73 cards at the end of it, and the person in it was super duper fun. And yeah. So that was cool. We came home. My dad actually got to eat, which is great. And he had what he called an almost virgin mimosa, which was funny. That is not surprising to you that I'm good at that game. I mean, you know, I'm just saying you may not want to play that game with me, or if you do play that game, you want to be on my team, because apparently I'm kind of a menace at that game, not gonna lie. So there you go. You have been warned. Anyway, so my dad got to eat, which was great. Those of you who don't know, he's been battling esophageal cancer. And so he hasn't really been able to eat very much. And so he got to eat. He had a little piece of ham, a little piece of turkey, some mashed potatoes, and a little bit of stuffing. So yeah, he was super happy guy. But obviously, I mean, just a couple of bites of each, because it just, you know. But hey, some food is better than no food. So there we go. He was very, very, very grateful that he got to have anything. So. Sandy calls dibs when we play any word game. Any word game. I don't know if I should be affronted or if I should feel very complimented for that. Oh, that's funny. So you can tell I'm kind of oversaturating this for a reason. I want to give his skin that crazy weird texture. You laughed, and that's the point. Because I know there's no malicious intent behind it, bestie. Oh, too funny. Okay, now W1. Same thing, I'm going to kind of go further in than I normally would, because I really want to give his skin that funky kind of weird texture. So I'm purposely trying to oversaturate this some, which is hard for me because you guys know that I am not a heavy-handed colorist. But the cool thing with this Sweet Sentiment paper is that it has so much texture in it that it makes creating those textures easier. There's definitely that cool amount of texture to this paper, not enough that it's going to hurt your nibs, but enough that there's enough different types of paper in here that you can saturate them in different ways, or they take the ink in different ways. So it creates this really cool kind of texture. It works really well when you're coloring like denim as well. Look at how cool that dude is. Love him. All right, so Sandy wants some spots on him. And so we're gonna make some spots. So I'm gonna start with my colorless blender. And we're gonna wash out some places here. Now, when you do this, you have to be careful because you can definitely oversaturate and make these bleed, or you can make it where they won't take any more ink because you know that person that like dyes their hair, bleaches it 100 million times, and then it no longer holds any color? The same thing can happen to paper fibers. So that's the best way I can illustrate that point to you guys. So I'm just kind of mapping out where I would like some of these spots to be, the sizes on some of these spots, the shapes of them. I don't want them all to be perfectly round. Homie's got to have some barnacles, you know? It's actually kind of cool just like that. I might just leave it just like that. Okay, Carrie, feel better, hun. Sorry you've been going through it lately. So I'm just coming back into these and adding more of the colorless blender now that they've dried some. It's kind of neat. I really like it. Good call, bestie. Okay, so now I'm gonna color his tusks. And like I said, I have a go-to blend. It's for antlers, tusks, stuff like that. So E55, E53, and E51 is my blend. Sometimes I throw in a little bit of E81. which I might do on this guy because these tusks tend to turn like a bit of a greenish color, and I feel like the E8 one has like a greenish hue to it. So here we go. Oops, wrong cap. Let me find my E8 one. It's called Ivory, but it just feels very green to me. I like it. It looks a little gnarly. And I'm gonna add the E50. All right, there we go. There's our little dude and his tusks. So now I'm gonna grab one of my pens, my multi-liners, and I'm gonna add his eyeball in. And I'm gonna add some dots for his whiskers. I'm gonna add some white ones in as well. And wait for my gel to dry. There we go. And then some highlight to the front of these big old tusks. There we go. There's our little dude. Add a little bit of shine to him so he looks like he's wet. A little bit of shimmer to that blubber, you know? All right. Then I have the dies for him. And you can tell that I have used this guy several times because my dies are cut out. Okay. So I'm going to put him on here. I actually need to grab a piece of tape. And get nice and lined up. Okay, I'm gonna put him on here. I'm gonna hope he fits. Angle him just a little bit so that he fits on there. Thanks, Cheryl. And there's our little dude. So I'm gonna put my die back on here. Throw this back in here. Goodness gracious me. Okay. Now, we're gonna make the card. So first things first, I'm going to pull out this little jolly set here. These are laser cut words, and I just love them, and I feel like you guys haven't got to see them enough. We will have several of them, but right now we have Jolly and Chillin and Birthday. I could do Chillin too if you guys would rather, but I was gonna do Jolly. Let me see if I have the Chillin right here. Yep, I have my Chillin one right here. There's only a couple of these left. Maybe since it's a walrus and they like to hang out in the ice, I'll do Chillin. This one's really simple to put together. You guys, I love putting these together. I don't know why, but I just do. Yes, Linda, oh my gosh. Number one, that Stitch shirt is adorable. And then I really like that gray and teal tie-dye shirt. Super cool. And all the little things. You are so sweet. I love it all. You know me very well. So these have a slight border to them. And so I'm just gonna move this around a little bit until the border is how I like it. And then I'm gonna take my espresso, put a little pressure on it. Okay. Now I'm gonna pick up the letters. And then these line up right here. Can't forget the apostrophe there, because it's Chillin. Okay, so there's that, and I'm gonna push that over. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. This one just goes together. It's got the black layer and then the tan layer and then the jolly. And then this is holly leaves that you layer. And then there's little holly berries. So you can see how to do that one too. But I decided we were gonna go with Chillin. So what I'm gonna do is grab some papers. I have, oh no, that's too teal. I have this one. Oops. I have a gray, which will work wonderfully. And then I have this really cool piece of paper that I think will go great with that. It's more of like a mermaidy thing, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it. And I don't think that teal works very well, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so let me grab, first and foremost, a card base. What did I do with my card bases? I literally like just had them too. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna, oh, they're right there. I need to find a good color of ribbon. I actually think I'm gonna go with this ivory color. All right, so now we're cracking. So I'm gonna fold my card base, and I just pre-cut, like I buy a pack of paper, 8.5 by 11 paper, and I just pre-cut a ton of card bases. I just go through the whole pack, and it's usually like a Costco pack. So I just pre-cut a crap ton of card bases and go from there. So if you're wondering what my secret is, that's it. That's all I do. So I'm gonna grab my little trimmer here. And so the card base is 5.5. So I'm gonna go 5 3/8 by 4 1/4. So I'm gonna go 4 1/8. Then with the gray layer, again, my card base is 5.5. So I'm gonna go 5 1/4. Oh, my paper's not square. So let me make that square. So 5 1/4. Okay, by 4. Okay, so this gives me 1/8 of an inch. Oh, you did? Yay, we're gonna be matchy-matchy. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece and I'm gonna mat it in blue and then gray. So I'm gonna start, this side is wider, so I'm gonna start with this side. And then we're gonna cut this to 4 1/4. Okay, so then I can mat this. Awesome, that'll work. So instead of 4 1/4, it's gonna be 4. Oh wait, I cut out 4 1/4. So it's gonna be 4. Adding 1/8 to that. And then I forgot this measurement. So this is, there we go, 2.5. So 2 5/8. And then I'm gonna go to the blue. Hopefully it's wide enough. Yeah, it is. And we're gonna cut this at, so that's 4.5. Ooh, I should make sure before I do that. Otherwise, I'll be cutting a whole other sheet of paper. And I really don't want to do that. Okay. Don't fall. Don't fall. Okay. So then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. I actually think I want a piece of white paper, which is very odd for me because I usually don't mat with white, but I'm going to today. And that is not white. All right, this is white. I tell you, all kinds of weird things happening. I usually don't mat with white at all, but I'm gonna. Okay. All right, so back to the cutting board we go. So this is going to be nope, I have to do it this way. Ooh, I don't think this piece of paper is square either. So we're about to make it square. It was not. Gasp. Okay. And then we're going to make this. Gosh, it's not square in any direction. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so then the other thing that I'm going to do to this is I'm going to start gluing all these layers together. So first things first, you guys know I love to create rounded corners. So I'm going to get my corner rounder. This one is a larger corner rounder than the one I normally use. But I figure, hey, why not? I happened to locate it when I was cleaning my craft room, so that's why it's getting used today. Okay, so there's that. Now these. What corner? This one. This one. And this one. There you go. You guys are so quiet. Talk to me, Houston. Okay. So now we're going to start layering these together. So I usually don't glue to my card base to begin with. I usually glue to this first. So and I like to pick my papers up so that I can manipulate them some, and then use my espresso, this layer, Hey, Mom. How are ya? I'm making a Christmas card with the walrus. I did call this set I Am the Walrus, and I'm guessing that like Linda and my mom, a couple of other sweeties got the reference. I'm hoping you got the reference. There's a couple of stamp sets and things in our repertoire that have obscure references. Mesa Verde is one of our stencils, and I don't know if anybody got that reference either. That's a very modern reference, though, for the Mesa Verde one. Okay, so I have these, and this is gonna go like that. So this is how I start like laying out my cards. I put together my layers, and then I go like this, and then I decide kind of what I want to do. I think he's gonna sit on top of the Chillin. But it needs some more texture. It seems really plain to me. So, forgive me while I grab that's not it. Where did I put it? I'm looking for something very specific. Oh, I can use this. Maybe. I really was looking for my cheesecloth. And, oh, I see it. Okay, so I found a couple of different things, and we'll take a look. So this is cheesecloth, this is netting or tulle, and this is burlap. So I have all these different things, and we're just gonna see what texture we like. I mean, we might use them all. So with cheesecloth, I tend to like just cut like chunks of it off and see how that works. Those scissors are not gonna work. I'll tell you that right now. But I don't like measure it, I just kind of cut a chunk of it off. So there's that. And I'm going to put the cheesecloth underneath this layer and see how I like it. Oh yes, that adds so much. I really, really like that. I'm not gonna use the tulle because it seems a little weird. Says the girl putting cheesecloth on her cards. Whatever, I get it, I know. But I am gonna use a couple pieces of burlap. And I didn't cut them the same or anything, but I like to rough them up a little bit, take some of the stuff off the edges, make sure that they're not perfect. Maybe pull one out of the middle here, so that they're a little bit funky. It's too straight of a cut for me. This one I'm gonna kind of do the same. And then I'm also going to, while I'm at it, I'm gonna grab my, one of my brushes. and a really dark brown. So I'm thinking ground espresso. And I'm just gonna hit the edges of this with some of this ink, just so it doesn't look so uniform. Okay. I might actually do that to this too. Okay. And it stretches it in different ways and does different things, and that's totally cool. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. All right. Our mixed media card is well on its way. So back to the glue. Okay, so with this, it doesn't like to stick very well because it's just like that funky kind of gauzy material. So I'm just gonna grab my hot glue gun and I'm just gonna put a couple of spots on here just to kind of anchor it. And then I'm gonna hope and pray that I don't burn the holy living bejeezers out of my fingers, which I probably will, so stand by for that. Okay, so I have that. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to grab my Sweet Pops. Are you guys still with me? Like, it's so quiet out there. Hey, Paula. I'm going to put Sweet Pops on the back here. Okay, thank you, Cheryl. It really messes with my psyche when it's like so quiet. I'm like, am I not getting any comments because you guys are watching? Or because Facebook is being stupid again? Or what? So it makes me very self-conscious. Now, I'm putting so many dots on here for a couple of reasons. One, because I just can't help myself. Two, because I like a nice sturdy platform for my critter to sit on. And three, because I want this adhesive to help hold that down. Linda Lou, you're still watching? Linda, are you back from Pennsylvania yet? Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of set this on here for now. I'm not gonna push it on because, again, I wanna check my layout because I'm thinking about putting him this way. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna cut this. And I'm gonna put it up here. So again, I'm gonna grab my hot glue because the burlap doesn't like to stick to anything. And I'm going to stick this down. And the easiest way, honestly, to do it is to grab your espresso and put some pressure on it. Okay? Do this without torching myself. I could use Barely Art glue for that, and it would stick and it would be just fine. But because I'm live, I'm using the other glue so that it dries a lot faster, so you guys can see the finished product. Okay, so I have my Chillin. I'm gonna stick it down here. I want it so that those icicles are kind of coming over the edge. Then I have my Walrus. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna cover him with Barely Art glue. And I'm gonna hold them there with some pressure on them for just a minute so that I can be sure that that glue adheres, because I use quite a bit of glue, and the more you use, the more, the longer it takes to dry. So I'm just gonna set that right there, and I'm gonna tie myself a bow. So I'm just gonna grab a length of ribbon. I'm gonna do my fancy schmancy. If you pinch this between your thumb and your middle finger, you do 2 figure eights, 1, 2. Then you take the tail, you put it down between your fingers like that. When you pull this around, you pull it through the loop and pull it tight. And then you have a bow. I didn't want this to be super huge because the ribbon's already thick. So I held my fingers closer together, but the farther apart you hold your fingers, the larger the loops of the bow will be. I'm making this into little, oops, that's the wrong way. Little pennant ends. That one did not work out very well. So I'm gonna cut it again. You want the sides of the ribbon to line up. And I didn't really do that. There, that one's much better. Okay. So I have this cool little bow. It's gonna go over here. And then, ooh, that hot glue is very, very hot. Very hot. Hi, Gayla. I guess that's why they call it hot glue. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some, ooh, And I think I'm going to stay in the same color family, and I'm going to use these grays. But I see some blue back here, so I might grab these. Those are kind of cool too. Okay, so the matte dots for some reason do not stick quite as well as the other dots. So I highly recommend you gluing them in. So just a little dab will do ya. Get that unstuck from the paper there. And then I'm going to put some over here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Add a little bit more glue here because it has to contend with a lot of things. Mainly that burlap. There we go. All right, guys. There is my fun little Chillin card. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that was fun for you. I hope that you can see how to make a simple card or a simple image into something that is spectacular. It really didn't take us very long to color him, and he is on sale right now. It's called I Am the Walrus, and he's part of our Black Friday / Small Business Saturday / Cyber Monday sale. We just decided to do all the things all at once. It's just way easier. So that's why we kind of combined them all and just said, let's put a whole bunch of stuff on sale and let everybody choose what they want. So I hope you guys enjoy the sale. It's for y'all. He is definitely a fun part of the sale. So I hope that you guys go and adopt yourselves a walrus. Actually, there's 2 on it, so adopt yourself some walrus. And enjoy your shopping. Thank you for supporting us throughout the year. Thank you for participating in Small Business Saturday. Thank you for all of your support, and we hope that you have healthy and happy holidays. And I will see you here on Monday. Not tomorrow, but Monday. So have a wonderful weekend and see y'all then. Toodles!